What's good, y'all? It's X back, and yeah, man, actually back on some free home time. Kind of thought I've been thinking to do another intro onto this channel, just to kind of reintroduce myself because I've noticed something a couple weeks ago after Hurricane Milton, and it feels like I kind of suspected this was gonna happen before the actual storm hit, but it seemed like it brought in a new energy, maybe washed away an old energy type thing. And basically, on a personal level, like I felt like I grown a lot spiritually, mentally, as a person. So this is kind of like propelling me to do this new intro, and I'm kind of gonna just kind of make it like one of these, I guess, new uploads because just to touch up on some things that's been going on. Regardless, so I hope y'all doing alright. I'm phenomenal. Actually, been feeling just like on top of everything kind of lately. But I just went through a situation in South Carolina where it could have like stressed me the fuck out. And granted, it was definitely stressful. But y'all know I'm a truck driver. Sometimes the truck breaks down and stuff, and I had to basically inner hub and outer hub go out on a drive tire, and that's because of not having enough oil in the hub seal. Something to easily overlook, fucked up heavily, but it kind of made me appreciate everything that's going on right now because right now shit is tough for everybody, right? Including my boss, including my employer, which is one particular person, right? And he decided it was best to come all the way from Florida, get a rental, drive all the way to where I was at to come help me with the situation. And he fucking did that. Now, the procedure to take care and deal with what happened to the hub, to the wheel, like, holy fucking crap. It literally was a whole day of work that we had to do to take care of it. But it, like, I'm kind of like astounded at his level of, I don't know, commitment and also his knowledge because like there's a lot of parts that you got that for one fucked up because of the heat and not having enough lubrication in that, but him to be able, he at one point we had to get a grinder because I guess due to the heat one of the bearings on the inside got molded pretty much onto the spindle that goes, it has a whole bunch of bearings that go around. We had to cut that off with fine precision. So he went to the closest Home Depot. Literally everything in this area in South Carolina where I'm at is like at least 15 miles away. This particular Home Depot was way further though. But we had to go out and get certain parts here and there, like maybe 2 times. And yeah, it was just a long process, but he was able to get everything running. And it was kind of shocking because sometimes I think my boss could be a little half-assed doing shit, but he knows what he was doing. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of like home right now because that was like a 2-day thing. It happened one day, and I had to wait for him to drive all the way up there. So I basically had a load canceled, and that's all good. That shit happens from time to time. But yeah, so I'm very appreciative of the position that I'm in, and the people that I have working with me, and the people that I have around me. Because y'all obviously see on the news every day the shit that's going on. Let me tell y'all something. I woke up this morning to this whole Sydney Wilson case, watched the actual video, and was completely blown back a little bit because I understand, of course, what's going on from that situation from a metaphysical level. It seems that due to the comments on that video, some people could obviously see what's going on, but there's a lot of people that just are focused on was the act justifiable or not. That, of course, is a question that needs to come into play, but even more important, how did that situation transpire? How did it get to that level? you know. And obviously, this woman was going through some stuff that something obviously took over, right? So this is why I guess like on this channel, haven't really been focused on that too much. If y'all do not know, I do have a TikTok where I do talk about spiritual things. I did make a YouTube. I feel like I'm going to delete it. And again, this is why I kind of wanted to make this intro thing, this new intro video, because there's a lot to kind of wrap and talk about or catch y'all up with. I kind of want to slim things down, simplify things, not have two YouTubes because that's way too fucking much. I already got two TikToks, so and the TikTok is the same name as this YouTube, as well as Demon Slayer X 1017, but the YouTube channel was also Demon Slayer X. I think I'm gonna just take the videos off of that channel, delete that, and you know what? Damn, still thinking about it. I don't know, man. Maybe we should just keep it up for now. But for the most part, anything spiritual that I've really been talking about lately, which has been a lot, has been on the TikTok. So I advise y'all, if y'all interested, to go check that out if y'all do have a TikTok, because I be even talking about some of the dreams I've been having, and they're pretty fucking funny. So yeah, what I kind of want to say right now is that I've noticed this storm, right? Hurricane Milton, it kind of brought in this energy, or it kind of washed away some energy, and it made it like more easier for me to notice that the level of growing up I did, right, over the past, it's been some time. I feel like there's a slight upgrade almost every day for me. But just after this whole situation with Milton, dealing with certain family situations, dealing with even my social circle, and staying firm with the mentality and the moralities that I want to keep, it's like I've been locked in faith. So there's two sides of me, right? I got the X-Men side, which kind of like focuses on gaming, and it's kind of like the funny, humorous, down to earth, I guess, kind of side of me. And then there's the Demon Slayer X side, which is spiritual. It's like the shadow side, right? Side that I never really thought that I would like in the past, I never really thought I would like come out and share the shit with everybody. But how I'm seeing life right now, I have to, because like, even though it's a perspective on what could possibly be going on depending on the topic we're talking about, I think it's kind of important for people to share that perspective, because other people are going to connect with it. You know, some people, like, say for instance, my perspective might not resonate with one of y'all, but somebody else's perspective might. So that's why it's good for everybody to kind of come out, explain how they see things, you know what I'm saying? So I advise y'all, of course, to come out and talk if y'all ready for it, of course. You know, I think, again, just thinking about it, in the past, I would have never seen myself at this point, trying to talk to people online and share my thoughts, but I'm here, right? So, but yeah, there's those two parts, X-Men and Demon Slayer X, and then there's the side, the family, like there's another name, which I don't know if I'm going to say. It's a name that only my family calls me, which I think a lot of people have, and a lot of people tend to like want to keep that name secretive, and I think I understand why. But yeah, it's like three parts, and I can't help but think of this whole Trinity kind of aspect that the Bible kind of talks about: the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, right? So you see what I'm getting at right now? It's kind of like I'm noticing these three aspects about myself, because there's the side that I explained, the X-Men side, the shadow side, and then there's the family oriented side, which again, these are different like So I guess the best way for me to put it, X-Men is the one that deals with y'all and everybody outside of work or at work and stuff, you know, and out in public. The name that I'm not telling you about is the one that deals with family. And that's a different side. And Demon Slayer X is kind of the shadow side, but I don't know if this shit is making sense, man. I don't, because that side deals with public too. You know what I'm saying? But it's showing y'all the inside world a little bit. Basically, what I'm trying to say, y'all, is very important to get in tune with yourself, man. Make sure y'all figuring out all these kinks, dealing with the shadow work, and just for instance, let me go ahead and say it now. Shadow work is dealing with all the trauma, anything that kind of like sticks with you, haunts you in your mind on a daily basis, right? A lot of people have this trauma and it affects different aspects of their life. And if you have not like cured it, in a sense, for lack of a better word to say right now, or if you have not dealt with that, it could get worse or it could stay the same, but it will affect different aspects of your life depending on what kind of trauma it was, you know. And this is for, of course, men and women. The level of trauma that some of y'all out there have is just absolutely baffling, man, and crazy. But it reminds me of the video I did on the Demon Slayer X TikTok, where he was talking about these cards that were dealt with in life, right? Everybody's situation is not exactly supposed to be ideal. Even if you look at probably the people who you think might be having their best life, they are still subject to having to deal with some kind of something in the back end that if they don't get it correct or fixed, is going to have this malevolent, negative aspect in your dealings in life, you know what I'm saying? So I think this is important for all of us to notice in this day and time, especially as we move into this new year, you know what I'm saying? A lot of distractions, a lot of people losing their shits, obviously, especially with that Sidney Wilson case, but there's a hell of a lot more. So I advise y'all again to hear the words that I'm saying. This is a weird fucking new intro to this channel. I'm thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still plan to put games and like reaction videos on this shit, but man, we took a hell of a turn, right? I think right after I'm done with this video, I am going to, I don't know if I have it in me to do like a gaming video tonight. I don't. I got here pretty early. I just got done talking to a friend who's going through some stuff right now, and that's one of the things too, man. That is definitely one of the things. Sometimes when you are the listener and you're hearing other people's problems, it kind of affects you on a deeper level. It takes some energy, and I'm not saying that the person who I'm listening to is wrong to put this thing on me. It's just a byproduct of what happens. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting. I've been very keen on paying attention to how energy is, because my energy has been through the fucking roof, and I didn't really notice it. Like so I'm kind of starting to say this wrong. People in my past have mentioned that they think it's kind of crazy how I could only get a few hours of sleep and do the type of job that I have, right? And that probably might sound bad, but I literally I get enough sleep nowadays, but it's like this energy that doesn't stop, man. This is another thing I mentioned in the Demon Slayer X TikTok video that I just did. Y'all might want to go check that out to get a little more clarification, because right now, at the end of the day, what time is it? It is 7:40. My thoughts are kind of starting to get a little more scattered as we go on, But yeah, I mentioned that there's this ongoing energy that just doesn't stop. I can feel it racing through my blood, like nonstop. And I mentioned in that video that I think my job is part of the reason why I have this energy. Part of the reason why, because there's this meditative aspect. You're in your mind a lot, and doing a lot of mind work and just trying to make these thoughts or think about some, I don't know, being in your mind. I notice it does things, man. It kind of like, if you want to like write good thoughts that your mind or your body wants to think about, I don't know how else to put that. It builds up this energy inside of you. And us driving from point A to point B, we're in our head a lot. So, but yeah, I also think it's just the type of person I am. It's not just my job, of course not. You get that? Because shit. When I think about other truck drivers, man, they actually look like or seem like they are the complete opposite. But yeah, this energy thing is something real, and you gotta like let that be like some kind of guide for y'all to see, if something's good for you or if something is not. You gotta pay attention to that, especially when it comes to the social circle. So I don't want this video to get all over the goddamn place, so I'm gonna probably end it soon. But I guess I want to end it by saying some things that I should have said like from the get-go. Actually, now that I think about it, there's been a lot of activity on this channel. I don't know if anybody is really able to see it because of how I have my channel set up. I like when I upload a video, I normally usually put it into like, I think the new uploads playlist or just uploads playlist. And if it's a particular video that I already have a playlist for, I will put it in that playlist. So I'm not sure if y'all really get to see the availability of my videos, but anybody who does YouTube, y'all know about the YouTube creator or the YouTube studio where you can see all your metrics and everything that's going on. And it baffles me because like there's some videos that are doing hella good, and there's just, it kind of shocks me a little bit. So I want to say that I'm appreciative of that. Anybody who kind of has good lookings or sees my content in good light, I appreciate it heavily. And there's also some people who commented recently that I want to say thank you to. I don't think I got a chance to actually write back. I probably just got a chance to heart it. And your boy is always on the move a lot, except now, right? And again, these situations, they don't come too often. I did just get a battery for this laptop, and I just installed it probably like 2-3 weeks ago, sometime when I was home after the storm. So I could probably take this with me, but I kind of want to keep this shit home for the most part. I was thinking of getting me like some Surface Go or Surface tablet to take with me that has Windows on it to make, I don't know, doing videos on the go a little more easier. Power consumption is something that I pay attention to, so that's really the reason why I don't want to bring this big ass. No, it's not a big ass laptop, but it's a powerhouse. It's a very strong laptop. But yeah, some people been making comments lately, and I just want to say thank y'all. Especially for the Ellie Ducky. I remember your comment in one of the videos, and it touched me in my heart. It really did, because from the name you could probably be one of the younger ones, but yeah, just know that I think you're in a good place here. Remember, sometimes I might curse a little bit. Personally, to me, it's a form of expression. I don't buy into how somebody controls how we talk, I mean, who the fuck made the words, it's just that they decided what those words mean, and I'm kind of like a slick rebel, a sly rebel in kind of a sense. I'm not putting the rebel or like saying F you out there to your rules and your regulations. But me as a person, like when it comes to some kind of controlling aspect, fuck all of that, man. Alright, so I think I said a lot here. Thank y'all, as always, for watching. Stay tuned. Maybe one day, I don't know. Yeah, maybe one day we'll be back on some like a more consistent basis. But stay safe out there, and also make sure you appreciate the things that you go through, good and bad. All right, because it's supposed to teach you aspects about yourself. And if you don't have that mentality, you'll probably miss the lesson. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all stay tuned, and I'm gonna catch y'all soon. Peace out.